My name is Russell Nash. I'm a London Blue Badge tourist guide. And I'm speaking to you from the library here at the Chesterfield Mayfair Hotel, right in the heart of London's very best district. Mayfair has been the very best in London since it was founded over 350 years ago. So great is Mayfair that it's actually the most expensive square on the British Monopoly board. And what I'd like to do is to introduce you to some of the amazing places that you can see, some of the fantastic things you can do, just a few minutes walk from the hotel. Literally 1 minute's walk from the front of the hotel and you'll find yourself in Berkeley Square. Some of you might know the old Second World War song, "And a Nightingale Sang" in Berkeley Square. It's dominated by plane trees, London plane trees, which were planted in the 1740s. They're older than the United States of America. And Berkeley Square is dominated by these beautiful buildings all around us, these lovely Georgian houses. We have some of the great restaurants in London, Sexy Fish and Nobu are right here in Berkeley Square. And if you fancy picking yourself up a car, a Ferrari or a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, well, there's Jack Berkeley on the corner. And just around the corner, you'll find the house where Her Majesty the Queen was born back in 1921. Tucked away through a little archway, you'll find yourself in Shepherd Market, one of Mayfair's great hidden gems. There are restaurants, there are cafes, there are boutiques, there are little shops, there's a couple of great pubs. Just a few minutes walk from the hotel, you'll find Mount Street Gardens, an absolutely delightful, secluded little garden. A little oasis of calm from the bustling noise of Mayfair, from the shops and the businesses, where you can come and you can find these beautiful plane trees and just a little bit of calm and peace in this bustling city. Farm Street Church, which sits in the heart of Mount Street Gardens, is one of the most delightful, beautiful Catholic churches that you'll find here in London. 200-year-old Jesuit Catholic church, which, if it's open, I certainly recommend that you pop your head in. Walking just a few minutes from the Chesterfield Mayfair and you'll find yourself at the Royal Academy. It really is one of London's grandest art galleries. For the last 250 years, some of the greatest artists in the world have been trained and have been on exhibition here at the Royal Academy. An ever-changing array of art. Every few months you'll find a different great artist on display, some current, some historical, some contextual and some experimental here at the Royal Academy. And tucked away here in the courtyard of the Royal Academy is this, the prototype for the London British telephone box, that iconic piece of street furniture which is so symbolic of Britain. Piccadilly is one of London's grandest streets. Along Piccadilly you'll find some of the very best shops that you'll find anywhere in the city. Fortnum & Mason, the Queen's grocers for over 300 years. And right next door to Fortnum & Mason is Hatchard's, one of London's great bookshops. For the last 300 years, Hatchard's have been serving and selling books to the great and good of Britain. And they have a fantastic gift wrapping service. So if you want to get a gift to take home, this is the place to come. Before there were shopping centres and shopping malls, there were shopping arcades. And Mayfair is full of delightful little shopping arcades like this one, where you can come and you can buy all sorts of goods from the little boutiques that line the shops either side. Just along Piccadilly from the hotel, and we find ourselves in Piccadilly Circus, the great junction of London, the very heart of London's West End. The theatres of Shaftesbury Avenue just over that way, the shops of Mayfair just behind us, and this statue, Eros, which dominates Piccadilly Circus. And if you want to see a show, well, we're really in luck, because just behind Piccadilly Circus we find Shaftesbury Avenue, home to many of the great theatres of London's West End, all the big musicals, all the big shows right on your doorstep. Mayfair is one of the great shopping districts of London, indeed the world. And dominating Mayfair shopping is Bond Street. And here you'll find all of the big international fashion brands from Tiffany and Cartier and Dior and Chanel. They all have outlets on Bond Street. And finally, you might want to do like I'm doing and sit between these two fine gentlemen here. We've got President Roosevelt on my right here and Winston Churchill on the left, having a conversation here at the heart of Bond Street, literally a 2-minute walk from the hotel. If you want to buy a suit, have it made, or off the peg, there's nowhere better in the world to come than Savile Row, the international home of men's tailoring, where you'll find some of the great established English brands all on the one street. Oxford Street is the world's biggest shopping street, over 1.5 miles of shops, and the street is dominated by Selfridges, probably London's most glamorous shopping experience. So there you have it. The Chesterfield Mayfair really does sit at the very heart of London. So whatever your interests, whether you want shopping or culture or art or parks, you'll find them all within just a few minutes walk of the hotel. And don't forget, here in the hotel, you'll find one of the very best restaurants in the neighbourhood and one of the very best bars in the neighbourhood as well. So perhaps you might not even want to leave the hotel.